Hey guys, Terminator here. Gonna go over a few announcements today. The most important being the poll results from the last couple weeks. I'm also gonna talk about a few other things, which I'll go ahead and just get over with now. Um, we have a YouTube channel. We've had one for a while, but we haven't really been using it. It's youtube.com/UGX mods, no spaces. We're going to go ahead and start using that more, which means we'll be posting UGX related news, dev blogs, mod videos, whatever. We're going to post it there instead of on our personal accounts. So in the past on my account you've seen me post videos of new UGX mods features, new guns, what have you. Those are all going to be on the official channel from now on. So make sure you subscribe and you check there for updates. We're also going to be excuse me, we're also going to be doing new tutorials, and we'll also be redoing old tutorials using new equipment, and we're going to redo the instructions, make it more clear, make shorter videos, the best tutorials we're capable of making. Those are also going to be found on our channel, the official UGX mods channel, and we're also going to be updating the wiki. We're going to be adding more wiki articles. If you've never been to our wiki, it's ugx-mods.com/wiki. There's also a button on the main menu of the website that says wiki that you can click. We're going to be adding more tutorials to there as well, so make sure to check that over the next couple weeks. So that's it for announcements. Now into the poll ideas. You can see I have it all laid out in this text file. We got about 140 responses, which is pretty good, I would say. I don't know how many, I didn't check how many views we had, but overall we had 140 responses. And there was about 20 of them that I deleted because they were either blank, like either the people didn't have any actual suggestions, or that it was stuff that was totally outlandish as far as the capabilities of the engine. So I threw out anything that was impossible or irrelevant, and then I went through the other about 120 responses with the rest of the team, and the four of us sat for a while and discussed everything we saw in there, and we also came up with some ideas of our own along the way. So I'm just going to go through them here. So for game modes, we plan on creating a zombified version of Sticks and Stones from Black Ops 1. We're going to have the tomahawk, the ballistics knife, and we already have the crossbow. It's going to be time-based, just like Bounty Hunter and Sharpshooter. So it's going to have a time limit to end the game, and then the person with the highest score at the end wins, and you get points for killing zombies with these weapons. We haven't really worked out the details, but expect a fun version of Sticks and Stones for zombie mode. We'll work out the details later on that. And we also, another thing that was requested that I think might be fun in zombies is a kill confirmed mode. So again, expect a zombie adapted kill confirmed game mode to come soon. And then for the stuff that we thought of that's game mode related, we first of all, we plan on adding some kill streak rewards to arcade mode, and it's not like total, it's more like kill rate, I guess would be a more appropriate term, because it's based on how fast you kill one zombie after another. So if you read down here, line 42, you have to get rapid kills, each zombie killed within a 4-second window. The time window size decreases the longer you maintain the multiplier. So let's say you kill 4 zombies within 4 seconds of each other. So that's 4 zombies in 16 seconds. You get a 16 seconds or less. You get a 2 times multiplier for your points. And the 2 times multiplier lasts for a couple of seconds, and if you don't get any more kills, then it goes away. But if you keep getting kills, then the time window decreases maybe to 2 seconds, so you have to get kills every 2 seconds to get a 4 times multiplier, and then you can maintain that for a little while, and then it goes up to a 6. So expect something like that. Well, obviously we'll balance it out and make it reasonable to obtain. And then the other thing we thought of was like it's like a combination of King of the Hill, free for all, grief mode, all put together into one thing. So basically, what we're thinking is, if you've ever played Halo, this should be familiar to you. In any of the Halo series, when you play King of the Hill, a little marker spawns somewhere on the map, and it's got a big circle around it, which is like that's the hill. And when you're within the hill, you're gaining points, and if the hill is contested by other players, then you're not getting points, and you have to keep your hill clean. So what we're thinking is we have a system that spawns these little King of the Hill markers one at a time around the map, and when you're in the marker, you're gaining points, and we're thinking you gain real points and kill and game mode points. So it's like gun game, where you have a separate score that never goes down, and you have your points, your bank of points, which you can spend on things. So when you're in the hill, you're the king of the hill. You're getting points. If there's zombies in your hill, then the hill becomes contested. But instead of not earning any points, your points just your rate of earning points just decreases. And the more zombies that are in the hill, the slower you're earning points. So your number one goal, your first goal, is to keep the zombies out of your hill, so that you can gain points as fast as possible before the hill moves. And then if a player is contesting your hill, then you're not getting any points. You have to keep your hill free of players, and ideally you want to keep it free of zombies to get the most points. And I mentioned it has some free-for-all thrown into it. I'm thinking that it would be fair to allow knife kills. So if you're able to knife another player, he dies. We haven't really thought about how, if you lose your perks or if you're penalized for dying or anything. We haven't gone that in depth into it yet, but we will. So that's the basic idea. It's King of the Hill free for all type stuff going on there, and we're also going to implement other ways to annoy other players. Like we'll probably put in concussion grenades that you can throw to slow down other players, stuff like that. So that's it for game modes. We pretty much, I mean, there was some survival stuff that was suggested, and I don't really think that that's got a really wide audience, but so yeah, that's what we got out of it. So on to vending machines. It was requested that we make an ammo-matic vending machine, which sounds cool to me. I don't think we want to do a bullet regeneration type thing, because that's kind of, not only is that already been done before, but I feel like it's not that useful. One bullet every 2 seconds, that takes a long time to refill your ammo, and is that really worth buying a perk? I don't think so. ZZT mod, you got it for free, you just pick up the perk, it's whatever, you gotta have it. But I think in this sense, I think you'd buy the perk, you drink it, and as soon as you drink it, you get your ammo refilled. So the first time you drink the perk, you get your ammo refilled. And then I think it would be appropriate to, at the end of every round, award you with a couple of clips for the gun that you're currently holding, or for both guns. We'll figure out what's fair. And then I think the amount of ammo you get at the end of each round is going to be directly related to what round you're on. So on round 20, you're going to get a lot more ammo than on round 2. So we'll make that fair. And the next thing I'm really excited about is this trap vending machine, or item vending machine. And you're going to be able, this isn't going to be a drink. It's not going to be a perk drink. It's going to be a machine that you go up to, and when you press F, you can access a menu on it. So it's probably going to be something you're going to want to do between rounds. And what you're going to be able to buy is you're going to be able to buy different items and traps from it. So this was our idea, by the way. This wasn't really suggested. So what we're thinking is the first thing you can buy is some matchboxes. So maybe it's a tool item, you press 5 or 6 to bring it out, and what happens is you start holding this matchbox. Okay, so you press fire on your mouse, you pull out a match, you strike it on the side, and you flick it on the ground, and it starts a little fire, maybe maybe a fire that's 2 doorways wide. I don't know, whatever's fair. And if you lead zombies through that fire, then they obviously light on fire and they'll die after a few seconds. So it's like a fire trap that you can place wherever you want. Maybe you get 5 matches per purchase, whatever's fair. Second thing we plan on doing is a placeable electric zapper that's maybe 1 or 2 doorways wide. That's pretty self-explanatory. You buy it, it goes on your tool belt, you can place it somewhere, it lasts for a while, it dies, you go buy another one. And then we're also thinking of doing a placeable ammo regen box, which is obviously is from Realism. I don't know if we're going to think of something to make it more individual for us, but we think it's a pretty cool idea, so we think it deserves a spot in this mod. So you place it somewhere, and it has, maybe it's a 1,000 round ammo box. So once it deals out 1,000 rounds, it dies, and you have to buy another one, whatever. And then this is the thing I'm most excited about, is a sentry turret system. And you've already seen sentry turrets in UGX mod version 1.0.3, I believe, was the latest version for that. What we plan on doing is you can buy a sentry turret. You just buy it once in a game, and you have it for the rest of the game. It goes on your tool belt. You can bring it out and place it whenever you want. But once you place it, it's going to start shooting nearby zombies, obviously. And when you first buy it, it's just going to have regular bullets. But there's a new machine, new ammo machine. You can go up to the machine and you can buy, for example, you could buy fire bullets, ice bullets, explosive bullets, acid bullets, electric bullets. You buy your box of bullets. Let's say you bought electric bullets. That goes on your inventory. You get a little icon that shows you have electric bullets. You can only carry one at a time. You bring that back to your sentry turret. It says press F to load electric bullets. You put in your electric bullets. The sentry turret starts shooting electricity at zombies. Does more damage. Maybe it even has a Wunderwaffe effect. I don't know. Haven't done it yet. But that's kind of the idea we're thinking of, is you can choose what kind of ammo your sentry turret has, and you pay for the ammo multiple times, but you only pay for the turret once. There's probably going to be a cooldown time after the turret runs out of ammo. It's not going to be a time limit thing. It's going to run out of ammo. So if you buy 500 rounds, it's going to shoot 500 rounds, and then there'll be a cooldown time, and you'll have to wait. So that's that idea. I'm really excited about that. And then on to the guns, which there were a lot of suggestions for guns. So we kind of went through and tried to take everything that we could for guns. This is going to take us a while, but I think it's worth it, honestly. First off, we're going to port the scavenger. Obviously, we'll have to make our own animations for it because Treyarch did not provide those in the mod tools. But we will port the scavenger. We're also going to try to port the Blundergat from BO2, which is the gun that shoots like this purple slimy stuff that makes zombies slip around. That was requested multiple times. Scavenger was requested multiple times, so we're going to try our best on those. And then there's this whole list here of weapon ports. So we're thinking we don't really want to overwhelm the mod with guns because you know, when you have so many guns, you end up with a lot that just never get used, and you also end up running out of asset room. We can only have so many guns at once, so why not just have the best of the best? And also, for every gun, you're expected to have a pack-a-punch version of every gun. So, you know, if we have 30 guns, then that means we need 30 pack-a-punch ideas, which are hard to come by. So we kind of want to keep that under control and not have too many. So we're thinking of replacing the COD 4 MP5 with the MP5K, COD 4 Scorpion with the BO1 Scorpion, COD 4 Mini Uzi with the BO1 Uzi, COD 4 AK-47 with the BO1 AK-47, COD 4 RPK, COD 4 M60, COD 4 Dragunov. And we don't want to have too many snipers. You know, I realize there's people out there that love sniper rifles, but hey, you know, who needs 6 sniper rifles, in my opinion? So we're gonna get the L96 sniper from BO1 and use that to replace the R700. And the pack-a-punched version will have the what's it called, the gravity bomb pack-a-punch version. That's gonna stay. We'll just switch what weapon it is. And then personally, these are what I'd like to see. I'd like to see the BO1 Python Just have a badass revolver, um, instead of the stupid 357 that we have in World at War. And I'd like to see the FAMAS ideally, and Brian, Mr. Slagovich, would like to see the SPAS 12, and then obviously we need to do the ballistics knife and the tomahawk for sticks and stones. And I'd like to do the concussion grenade for competitive game modes. We might implement that in the gun game. I don't know. It depends on if it's annoying. We're also going to put in the BO2 Chicum CQB, which we already finished. There's no videos of it yet, but we already finished porting that. We'd like to have the BO2 S12 shotgun, and we'd like to have the BO2 ballista. And we're thinking the Pack-a-Punch version is going to have an alt weapon, on the 5 key or whatever, which is the ability to pull off the scope. That sounds pretty cool. So you can, if you press 5, your guy reaches up, pulls the scope off, and you can aim down sights, get the close range kills. And if you want to put the scope back on, you hit 5 again, he puts the scope back on, and you get the long range kills. So it's like the best of both rifle worlds. And then we'd also like to see the BO2 PDW submachine gun, because everybody loves the PDW. That was actually requested. So moving on. A lot of people requested dual wield weapons, and I've been really reluctant to do those in the past. People have been asking me for dual wield stuff for months, and I've been really reluctant to do it because it would be a huge undertaking to be able to have an honestly perfect dual wielding system, because the way Treyarch did it is they added engine support so that they could literally load 2 separate weapons on a player's view model, which I realize I'm getting into technical stuff here, but try to follow me. Normally you load a weapon, or you give a player the weapon, and he holds one weapon. That's what Call of Duty 5 supports, that's what Call of Duty 4 supports, that's what Black Ops... Let's see, did Black Ops 1 have dual wielding? I think it did. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. But anyway, in Black Ops 1 or 2, Treyarch added engine functionality to be able to give a player 2 weapons and specify them to be dual wielded, so that you could dual wield pistols and shoot them separately. You could dual wield whatever you wanted. So you can't do that in Call of Duty 5. There's no engine support for having separate guns in your left hand and your right hand and being able to fire them independently. So if we did do our own version of dual wielding, I'm telling you right now, it wouldn't be perfect, but we would try our best to be able to have it so that certain weapons were dual wielded, and that you could shoot them independently of each other. So that's what we're going to try. I'm not going to go into details about that yet, but we have a little plan, and hopefully we can make it happen. So stay tuned for that. And then another request was to bring the monkey bomb back. The Pack-a-Punch crossbow does attract zombies, but I realize it's not a replacement for the monkey bomb. The monkey bomb attracts them for a lot longer, so we will bring that back. The only reason I got rid of it, honestly, was to make room for other weapons, but I think I can make room for it. And then we have this huge list of, well, it's not huge, but we have this list of Pack-a-Punch ideas for existing weapons, and some of them were requested, some of them we came up with as a group, some of them we discussed with community members, but basically we're looking at a Pack-a-Punched M9 that has a, let me change this because you can't have 10-round burst, a 4-round burst which shoots 4 bullets, and has 400 total rounds, and you have 40 shots in total. And then the Scorpion, the Swarm. Most of these ideas are possible, but I'm not guaranteeing that they're going to make an appearance. These are just ideas. I'm not guaranteeing that we're going to have the time or the effort necessary to get some of these finished. But the Scorpion would be called the Swarm, and it would basically, when you shoot it, the bullets would ricochet all over the place and have a tail behind them like tracer rounds. So it's literally like a swarm of bullets going crazy off all the walls. And then we're going to modify the G3. Currently, it has a red dot sight and it's full auto and has a noob tube on it. We're going to modify it so that you get 5 noob tube rounds. And if you shoot the entire G3 clip empty, if you go full auto and empty the whole clip so that you have to do a long reload, the gun will shoot an RPG round straight ahead of you, just like as a bonus for emptying your clip. And then we're not sure what gun this could replace, but we also thought of a gun called the spread gun, which is a it's like a throwback to Contra. If you've ever played that, it shoots bullets in a spread outwards to maximize the amount of zombies that you hit. The PP-19 Pack-a-Punch is going to be called the Point Builder. We're not going to increase the damage for it. We're just going to give it a crap load of ammo and a bigger clip. So if you want to have a gun on your if you want to have a gun in your secondary or your third weapon slot just for point building, Pack-a-Punch the PP-19 and you'll get a shitload of points. Just because you can keep shooting the zombies forever and they won't die. You know, it takes a long time for them to die. So another gun we thought of that we don't have an idea for what weapon to replace yet is the split fire, which is when you shoot it, it goes and it hits the zombie, and as soon as it hits the zombie, it splits out. It splits out like side to side, forming a T, and shoots 2 bullets out of the side of the zombie. And if it hits other zombies, it'll kill them too, which is kind of cool. And then the AUG Pack-a-Punch will become the Carpenter. You're going to get the standard increased damage and increased clip size, as well as if you shoot at a at a window, like a zombie window, it'll automatically start boarding it up. And if you shoot like half a clip, or I don't know what the amount will be, but if you shoot a certain amount of bullets at the window, you'll be able to board it up totally, which is pretty cool. The M1014 will become the Master Killer, and you'll get a damage increase, and it will reload the whole clip with 1 shell insert. The M60 is going to become the Tri-Shot, which is it's going to have 900 rounds roughly. We're not totally sure about ammo count, but you know, the basic idea is it's going to have a lot of ammo, and you'll shoot 3 shots at once. 1 bullet's going to go straight ahead and the other 2 fly 70 degrees outward. So you're going to shoot this trifecta of bullets with every with every shot. The M4A1 is going to become the Power Drill, which when you ADS it, you actually push the gun forward, so you kind of like hold it up like this at an angle as if you were bayoneting or something, and you'll actually be able to drill through zombies, instantly killing them. So we're considering that. We're not sure if it'll be too overpowered. And then the RPD, it's still going to have the same name, the Ritualistic Paranormal Demon, which stands for RPD. But it will have an alt fire, which when you switch to it and shoot, maybe you have 5 bullets in the alt fire. When you shoot a zombie with the alternate fire, he freezes and becomes a statue. Okay, and follow me on this. You can, let's say you shoot 5 zombies and you have 5 statues all around the map. These statues become like, I don't know, you know, for all intents and purposes, let's say they become ritualistic demons. When zombies are running by these statues, the statues are going to start glowing, right? They're going to be powered by zombies near them. And when there's no zombies near them, they're not powered. But when they are powered and they're glowing and there's zombies running by them, you start getting an ammo replenishment from that. So it's like you're harvesting bullets from zombies that are nearby these statues, and when there's no zombies nearby the statues, then you stop getting bullets, and the statues will only last for a set amount of time, maybe maybe 25 seconds, I don't know, just throwing that out there. Then the UMP becomes the Sandman, which will shoot a stream of sand that slows down zombies. That was a request, was to have some sort of gun that slows down zombies. I don't know if it does any damage to them or not. Right now, that's just all we have, is it slows down zombies. So later we'll refine that idea. And then the AK-47 is going to keep the same name, and whatever zombies are, when you shoot a zombie, any zombies that are immediately near him are forced to get in a line behind that first zombie that you shot. So it's like an automatic train creator, basically. If that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Then the Stoner 63 becomes the focus, and with every headshot, you get a 25% fire rate increase and a 25% recoil decrease for 3 seconds. So if you keep getting headshots, the gun keeps being accurate and firing fast, and if you miss a headshot and 3 seconds go by, then you lose this bonus. So it's like a focus bonus for getting headshots. And then this one's kind of outlandish, but this was another request, was the saw, which is the meat grinder. And after 30 consecutive bullet hits, after 30 consecutive bullets hit a group of zombies, it deploys a big saw like on Komosi that would move back and forth in a small area for 30 seconds. So basically it creates a saw trap if you hit a zombie. If you shoot 30 consecutive bullets without ever missing, then it spawns a meat grinder trap. And you can only get one saw at a time. So that's basically what we've gathered from the poll. Overall, some pretty cool ideas. It was definitely worth doing. As far as, everybody keeps asking me how long until UGX mod 1.1 is done, and I really can't say. Everybody knows right now, end of May, mid-May is exam time for everybody that's in school, especially college students. It's a really hard time. So things are going to be really slow for the next few weeks. And then, like I said, we're also doing all the YouTube stuff and the tutorial stuff and the wiki stuff. So, we're not going to be spending all of our time getting this mod done, but we're going to try and get it done in a reasonable amount of time. So I would say not to expect anything longer than a couple months, but I don't like setting deadlines on anything, because you can't predict the future. You don't know what's going to come up. You don't know what's going to be a problem. You don't know how much time you're going to have during summer or during school. You just don't know. So if you want to know when this mod's going to come out, the best thing you could do, or when this update's going to come out, the best thing you could do is just stick on our forum and watch for announcements, because you can bet that they'll be there. As soon as we know anything, we're going to post it there. So if you want to keep up with news, then just keep up with our website. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys are satisfied with the poll results, and if you see an idea in here that you submitted, good for you. You're awesome. And if you don't see your idea in here, don't take it as an insult. It doesn't mean it was a bad idea. It just means that it was either something that wasn't really developed enough for us to go off of, or it wasn't something that was within our capability, and not that we're not smart enough to do it, or something weird like that. It's mainly the limitations that you run into with this game is engine related limitations. So if your idea was really weird or awesome sounding and we didn't mention it, it's more than likely that it was not possible. So sorry about that. And that's it. That's all I've got. So see you guys later.